In this video, we'll be covering how to add assignments to PowerSchool, how to attach standards to the assignments, and how to enter, change, and view grades in PowerSchool. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to the RSU 18 portal page. From here, you'll see PowerSchool down at the bottom. Please sign in. From here, we're going to enter PowerTeacher Pro. Up at the top, you'll see that you can change classes fairly easily. You'll see that I have an assignment in here already, but I'm going to show you how to add new. Up at the top, there's a little plus button. We click this, we can edit things like categories and groups, but let's stay to the basics for this particular assignment. When you select classes, you can actually add the same assignment to multiple classes at once. I'm only going to add this to one, but if I wanted to, I could add it to all of these classes. Now, keeping that in mind, if you try to delete this assignment from one class, it'll delete it for all. And any standards that you attach for this assignment will also go for all classes. So I'm going to uncheck those. And now we're going to name our assignment. I'm going to say that this is a page 7 lesson check assignment. I try to title assignments the same as they appear in Google Classroom so that students can easily find missing work, but it's not required. If you go to category, here you have your categories that we saw that you could edit: tests, projects, daily homework, and quizzes. PowerSchool already has presets that make projects and quizzes worth more. So 100 on a test is going to affect their grade more than 100 on a daily homework. However, we can adjust those things right here. So I'm going to set my due date for August 30th. And this is very important to choose the category or it will not accept your assignment. So far this top section is finished. We have our classes selected. We have the title, we've got the category, and we've got the due date. Now we need to figure out how this is scored. If it is just a small assignment, something like this, I might just assign it 10 points. This particular assignment actually has 8 questions. It's worth 8 points, keeping in mind that if I have a 100-point assignment or an assignment that's worth 100%, it's going to be worth a lot more than this assignment. 10 10-point assignments would be one assignment that's worth 100%. So if I change this to percent here, then it would be worth a lot more than that assignment. So keeping in mind that if I have little tiny lesson checks, they might not be worth very much. They might affect their grade a bit if they just don't do them. But it won't hurt their grade too much if they don't. So I'm going to make this one worth 8 points. I want it to count in their traditional final grade. And if I want a comment here that parents and students can see, then I could type that here. I could say, assignment started in class on something like that, or see Google Classroom for video help, whatever you want all students to see in that comment. But I don't want one in there for now. If you look here, you'll see the students that are involved in that particular assignment, and then we'll see the standards. Now, if I'm looking for a 5th grade standard, I like to narrow it down by doing a period 5 period. Gives me all of the 5th grade standards. If I want something to do with integers, I'm going to type in integers and see what comes up. If I want something with polynomials, I'm going to type that in and it narrows it right down. Where this is the lesson check for the first bit, I could say something around equations review. and it gives me a lot. So I'm going to say, even though this is not the assignment, understands how to solve equations that include combining like terms. Not every assignment will have a standard attached to it. I tend to attach standards to tests and quizzes, but for the purpose of showing you guys how to attach standards, here we are. You can attach more than one. When you go back to the assignment, everything looks good. We've attached standards, and we can publish immediately, or we can actually set a date for it to appear in PowerSchool. I like students to see upcoming assignments, so I'm just going to say save and close because it'll automatically post immediately. Now, my assignment is in here. I can click on the lesson check and I can enter scores here for students. Let's say she got a 7, she got a 6, she got a 5, he got a 4, and he got a 5. And I'm going to say this was an assessment of these skills. A student who really doesn't understand, needs more instruction, we're just starting, may have a 1 in that standard. A student who understands pretty well, needs a little bit more help. I know it's a little subjective, or just hasn't become proficient in that skill is a 2. And a student who shows proficiency in that skill on a test or a quiz, they have a 3. Now, if a student is failing your tests and quizzes, they're probably not proficient in that skill. So usually your standards fall pretty close in line with their scores. There are special circumstances. So let's say that we fall somewhere around there because we know our students. Let's say this one's a little bit different. I'm obviously not putting too much thought into this, but this is how those will show up. And these standards will show up graded on their report cards. Once you hit save scores, that is finished. Now, there are a couple different ways that you can view their assignments and their scores. Assignment list is what you saw before, where we can look at each assignment. Over here, you can edit, and we can see what the score type is. So that's out of 8 points, that's out of 100%. If we look here at our score sheets, you go to grading, score sheet, I can see that this lesson check is graded, but the prerequisite skills assignment is not. Let's say 85, 90, 85, 90, 85. Because this assignment is worth 100%, you're going to see it affects their grade much more. Thank you for watching.